Good morning, me hearties. A very good morning to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue. It's 25 minutes to 7 on the 25th of October, Wednesday, the 25th of October, 2023. And I thought I'll just pop up and say hi to everyone and see who's about. That's where the fun always is. So there you go. So we're live, and it's Floatai, First Lord of the Internet, hashtag Floatai, all in uppercase. Always get that one right, uppercase, First Lord of the Internet. And people will still come to me and go, what does Floatai mean? When I've told people a million times, but not everyone's there, but you know I've told you. And I think that's what matters. Good morning, everyone. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome, welcome, I say. Let us know how you are this morning. Come and join us and tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that you're watching Scottie McClue live. That's the big one, I say to you. Now, who have we got joining us? How fantastic. There's Frindian and Jupe Goose has just joined us. Flying Haggis, Britpack, Richard, all these marvelous people joining us as we speak. A very good morning. When you're coming on, of course, in your comments, say where you're watching from, because we have a very, very broad spectrum on this show, and I like everybody to know that we are there. Lots and lots of lovely videos for you on the TikTok and the YouTube channel. Wonderful stuff. Welcome, I say. Say, keep it lemon and do this, says Meg. Do what, Meg? Do that or do that? I'm never sure. There we have it. Fantastic stuff. Also, we never, ever, ever ask you for anything on here, but there's a little goal. Well, the remnants of the goal, only if you're feeling flush, do you put a red rose in there? I'd say to you, wonderful stuff. Now then, here we go. Are you famous? Oh, clue. Well, I tend to say well known. I'm known to 2 billion in the world, but that means 6 billion don't know me, you see? See how it works? Now, who else have we got here? You have a really nice house from what I can see. Yes, it's a bed sit, and I'm sitting on the bed. It's fantastic, I say to you. That's McClue Towers Clue. Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome if you've just joined us on the TikTok. Israel or Palestine? I think they're both there, and they both need to start behaving and stop fighting. I don't think there should be any division at all. You know, Israel is actually, well, it's really carved from Palestine, isn't it? Jesus, man, was born in Palestine and lives today in bread and wine. And I think that's what's causing the stushy, in that the powers that be carved Israel out of Palestine. And it's never really been a very smooth transition, shall we say. Israel started it 75 years ago. Yeah, but it takes two to tango, or to tangle, you see. So you can't say they started it, so therefore we'll start fighting, you know what I mean? Nobody should be fighting. Discussion all the time. Now, what have we got here? I love this. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. That means the wee trolls have been booted down the swanny. We love it. Now, what else have we got here? There's Fiona laughing away. I've got a cup of tea, guys. The cup's actually bigger than me. It's a two-hand job, this. Oh, that's absolutely lush. The mug's fantastic. Do you like that one, Fiona? There we are. Do you support? Who do I support? Do you support Prince Andrew? I don't know, was there not something of a sort of stooshy about Prince Andrew recently? So there you have it. We'll just dump this wee troll Cigar. Guys, say bye-bye to Cigar, wee troll. Cigar, not everybody's got your lifestyle, you know. You got to mention, though. Right, he's binned off. Binned off. Hi, this is Avery. Hi, Avery. Lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. There we go. I don't know what kind of lifestyle Cigar's got. Do you support Palestine? Well, I think everyone supports Palestine and everyone supports Israel. We all understand. We just need to get the fighting stopped, like now, you know. How about King Charles? Oh, everybody supports King Charles. I mean, he's the king, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? You can't not. Now, what else have we got? That steamed pudding there. I used to like the steamed pudding, you know, but you have to be very careful you don't burn your feet. Because if you read the tin, it says stand in hot water for 10 minutes. What's even I just did there? Don't try that at home. That was for entertainment purposes only. We need Trump to be president to stop the fighting. Yes, we do, steam pudding. We do indeed. That's what we're after. Get Trump back in there, I say. He's the man. He'll stop it right away. I never understood why the Americans let Trump go in the first place. So there we are. Sparky, see your GP. He'll sort that out for you. Maybe you're just nervous. DINKY-DOO, whoever we got here. Mate, that's the biggest cup I've ever seen. Do you like it? A lovely girlfriend got it for me. And look at that. But it's a real two-hander. You know, you can't, it's bigger than my head. That's saying something, isn't it? Oh, we love that. Fantastic stuff. Now then, opinions on the Israel situation. I think people that post Free Palestine don't know the true story. Barney, I think you'll be 100% correct. You know, I think a lot of people don't know the whole story, but they just think they'll pitch in on one side or the other. I would say pitch in for both sides and see if we can stop the fighting. There we are. Why don't Europeans become economically and geopolitically independent? Why relying on the USA? But I don't think we'll be relying on the USA for much longer unless they get Donald Trump back. I totally agree, says Barney. Love the Range Rover. Yes, that's my old P38. There she is, guys. Wonderful, wonderful cars. Superb engine. Trump's the man, says Steampunk. Absolutely. I've always thought Trump was the man. As I say, I don't know why the Americans let him go. So there we go. You see, being the world's police person or policeman is a very expensive business, and everybody's had a go. I mean, you look at situations like Afghanistan. Russia was in there before Britain went back in there. You know, I mean, Afghanistan, they've been fighting for 275 years, something like that. Are you Welsh? Well, I could be if you'd like that, Smurf. Yes, I say to you, Yakida, lovely to be with you. So there we go. Shall we be Welsh this morning, guys, so that Smurf feels at home? I think that would be a very good idea. There we are, to be Welsh. Now, have you all had a look at the videos on the TikTok? They are outstanding, and I know you will love them. Hi, I'm from Thailand, says Smurf. Are you Thai, Smurf? There you are. Well, I tell you. So you can be Thai, and I can be Welsh. That's good, isn't it? Fantastic. Now, there we go. Just let me go and sort out this setup we've got here. Don't go away, guys. I'll be back in a wee second. Now then, won't be long. There we are. Now, I hope you all stayed where you were. Rising regulars, yes, indeed, the Islanders, fantastic. We love that. Now, guys, have you all got a cup of tea? You need a cup of tea in the morning. Morning, just a square sausage. So there we go. Let's just dump this guy calling himself a Scotsman. I don't think any Scotsman would ever talk like that. Fantastic. There we go. Now then, who we got here? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's funny, the wee trolls in the morning, isn't it? They get jealous and upset. They think they'll say something silly. And of course, you know the rules on Scottie McClue. You never scroll and you never troll. Dinky-Doo, Scottie. Dinky-Doo, James. Lovely to have you with us and a very warm welcome, I say to you. How many sugars in the cup? No sugars at all. Absolutely zero sugar in the cup, I say to you. Now then, Dinky-Doo, Scottie, Dinky-Doo, everybody, tell us where you're watching from when you come on, guys. Just pop in a little, I'm watching from, and I'll be able to see if you're giving me the truth or if you're telling me nonsense. Now, what you can do is follow, guys. We need to get maybe 100 followers this morning. So if everybody watching could pop a finger up to the top left, click the plus sign and follow Scottie McClue on TikTok and on YouTube. You'll see the YouTube channel, guys. Go and subscribe to that. There's lots and lots of lovely, funny things on there for you. So there you go, Mr. McGiff. No sugar. Dear, oh, dearie me. I'm just going to pull forward a wee bit here. That's better. Oh, then I can see you all. Tremendous stuff. Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have everybody with us this morning. I need a double espresso, says Short R, and then a breakfast tea, and then another espresso. So you're having tea and coffee. Guys, let's sort this out. Who's having tea and who's having coffee? All right? I think we need to know. I only recently learned there's a pyramid in Scotland. Is that the one on the Balmoral estate? Is that the one we're talking about here? And I've got, and he mentions an energy drink instead. Well, I wouldn't start with these energy drinks because there's a lot of sweeteners in them and you don't really want to go there. I'm visiting Scotland for the first time next year. Well, a lifelong goal. You will love it. Fantastic. Good morning, says Tommy. Good morning, Tommy. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo. Let's go for a full English breakfast tea or a full English breakfast. What would you have on a full English breakfast? You see, you have a full Scottish breakfast. Now that would be sausage, bacon, egg, link sausage, square sausage, black pudding, haggis, maybe white pudding and oatmeal pudding. What else? some people like beans. Some people like chips with their breakfast. So what is a full English breakfast? Scrambled eggs, boiled eggs, poached eggs. You tell me, I say to you. Israel or Palestine? Well, our man, they're both there. So why would you support one against the other? We support them all, and we tell them to stop fighting or we'll withdraw our support. So instead of going, we're with you, you just said, right, none of us are with you if you don't stop the fighting. See, big thinking. McClue's a big picture man. Love a bit of bacon, says Roger. Your views, please. Well, there you are, our man. I've given you my views. Get the fighting stopped, or we'll give you all nothing. There we go. Now, what have we got? Bowness, the borough of Barriston-Ness. Rocco is from Luton. Luton, did they manage to get the fire out in the car park at the airport? Well on you, watching from England. Absolutely, people are watching McGiff from all around the world. Scottie McClue is international. I'm watching from Texas in the USA. DINKY-DOO, Mr. Biden. Morning from Falkirk. This time we love it, Falkirk. I started your radio station 33 years ago, Central FM radio. Follow us, guys, as soon as you possibly can. Are we frog in the throat this morning, actually? I'm currently away in California for work, but live in the Lake District. I know it very well, roughly whereabouts, and I'll tell you all about it. Morning from Lanark, says James. We love it. Israel or Palestine, our man saying, well, we've told you that. Watching from Thailand. Love the party hat. Thank you. What time's the party? This is the party. We're on now. Celebrate. McClue's on live. Coffee. DINKY-DOO. Do you wish to have an independent Scotland one day? Well, I think there should be an independent Scotland now, not one day. Because at the moment, we're just giving all our income away to Westminster and they're squandering it. So, you know, it would be better in Scotland to rebuild the Scottish economy. Morning from Blair Gowrie. Oh, you're the berries, trucker, the berries. Paul says good morning. Morning, Paul Ross. How lovely to have you with us. Tatty's scones for breakfast. Pardon me. Has anyone been to New York and London as a dual trip in February? I've never been so adventurous. Well, I've never been to New York, and I've been told if I went, I would get adopted. They would love Scottie McClue on their TVs and radios. Peace and freedom for all humanity. Scrappy. What a wonderful person. 100% correct. Why you don't support no one? You all sit and watch on Wayside. Stop chatting base. No, Roger. We support everyone. You got that 100% wrong, may I say. So there we are. There's no sitting and watching. We support everyone. We support Palestine. We support Israel. We support Britain. We support Ireland, China, all these things, but not when they're fighting. So they need to stop the fighting. That should be the biggest sin. If a couple start fighting, blank them, give them nothing till the fighting stops. Good morning to you, Scottie McClue. That's real power. Yes, sir, we're at the berries. Roger says, you're lying. No, Roger, you're lying. I have to tell you, you're lying, dear boy. Always listen to McClue, because McClue speaks verity. For a young Scottish male, I can agree. I still love listening to your old radio talks. James, how fantastic. And thank you for calling me a young Scottish male. Good morning, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. Scottie McClue, just for you, drinking tea. Oh, we love it. Now, good morning, Scottie. Let's all get in the Xmas spirit, says Kareem. So Kareem's saying, let's get ready for Christmas. I love your accent, says MUFC. MUFC, thank you. What does that? What does BNP stand for? I think it's be nice and practical, you know? Have a good day, Scottie McClue. You too, Just Trucker. Love the water, black tea, water, and a tea bag. Yes. Follow us as soon as you can. Thank you, Scrappy, for following. Guys, everybody get following Scottie McClue. We're live just for you saying DINKY-DOO. We love it. Kareem, you're up bright and early this morning. You totally got it. Absolutely, Roger. I do. I get it. McClue gets it. Always remember that, guys. See, if I wasn't just giving you the facts and telling you the truth, I wouldn't bother. Why would I bother? You know? Scottie McClue is 31 years on the radio, guys. Is that not amazing? I tell you. Everybody follow. All the videos are made with love for you. There we go. I think instead of fighting, Israel and Palestine should watch Scottie McClue's TikTok and YouTube. And that would be better for them. Thank you, Liam. How marvelous to hear. I hope you're doing well, I say to you. Who else have we got here, guys? This is mobbed this morning. Absolutely mobbed. I need another 50 followers. Well, I'll settle for 46. See what I just did there. We love it. Good morning, Kareem. I'm going to just say good morning to Kareem on here. I'll tap. Good morning, Kareem. A DINKY-DOO. Always like to say DINKY-DOO. Is all well with you and the world. That's what Israel and Palestine could be doing. Going around shaking hands with each other and saying, DINKY-DOO. Scottie McClue on the radio just for you. Who have we got here? Fantastic. This is just wonderful. Thank you for following. Guys, I can see if you followed on here. So if you follow, I'll give you a shout out and let you know that we are live. Thank you. Follow us as you can. Thank you, Liam. And thank you to Connor for following. Guys, get following so I can shout you out. Hello, Scottie. Hello, Lorna. How are you this morning? How lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. We're up for another 7 minutes. I can't believe it. Amazing. Wonderful. Has everybody got a cup of tea? That's what we need to find out. So we can all have breakfast together on the world's top talk show. Guys, I've got, because Liam, I had to go somewhere else, you see. I'm not always my own master in these things. So there you have it. Peter's just joined. Not yet. The kettle's boiling as we speak. James, have you ever gone, oh, come on, kettle, in the morning? You know? Used to listen to all the time on the radio. Lorna, fantastic. We need to get back on the radio. There's a lot of chat about that. So there you are. We might be getting back on. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm a wee bit creepy, creaky this morning, voice-wise. Just the time of year. I'm currently trying to fight to get on site. Right, you get yourself on site, I tell you, and get working. Good morning, everybody. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue. Hashtag floatie. What's the funny hat means? Funny hat means I've got my hat on. You're so intelligent and interesting. Well, Monkey, we make an effort, don't we? We try our best. I'm off to jail next week. So there we go. Says Monkey. Well, Monkey, you be careful. Because there are some dodgy people in there. We love it. Now, what else have we got here? Poor Monkey, been up to something. You never know what they've been up to. I don't like the look of his post. So he's gone anyway. Wonderful. Good morning, everybody, and DINKY-DOO, a very warm welcome. You're watching Scottie McClue, hashtag floatie. Cheers. I've got to do the two hands. It's a two-hand job, guys. It is. Ah, that's so much better. It was the bus talks about paying extra if you were overweight. Yes, Lorna, that's still a big debate. If somebody is overweight, should they pay double on the buses if they're taking up two seats? I go to Germany for the Euros next year. No. I never travel for sport. I watch it on the telly if I watch it at all. I did used to hear you on the radio when I was younger, says XXJ. We love it, XXJ. Lovely to have you with us. So many beautiful people coming on 30 years later. I can't believe it. You would get the crowd going. Oh, we would, I tell you. We don't take any nonsense. We don't take any prisoners. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit creaky this morning, guys. Just the early morning, I say to you. Jack's joined us and Richard's joined us. Have you all followed, guys? You still watch Rangers, Scotty? Well, if they're playing someone else, I would watch them. I like to watch Celtic as well, you know. In fact, if it's Rangers Celtic, I don't just watch the Rangers. You know, I say to you, do you still watch Rangers or Celtic? Morning from Gurrock, Scotch Eggs. We love you in Gurrock. Gurrock's one of the most beautiful places in the world. I'm Rangers, says Lorna. Are you, Lorna? But is it not true you can just change anytime you like and do? I thought as a goodwill gesture to bring the two teams together and get rid of any rivalry, we either get rid of them both and call it Glasgow United and take some players from both teams. Or another thing you could do is everybody has to change for a month. So a Rangers supporter becomes a Celtic supporter, and a Celtic supporter becomes a Rangers supporter. See, I've put up a video. Come on now, not a chance is up. I do like Pollock also. Oh, Pollock. Fantastic. Yes, indeed. Scotty, stop being so diplomatic. You're Rangers, your blood's blue. I've got proof. Peter, we don't want to go shouting that all over the place. Good morning, Scotty. I'm from Blantyre. Do you know it? XXJ. If I said you were from Blantyre. No surrender, says Ethan. Ethan, we all surrendered at Brexit. So you can't say no surrender now. I'm all right. I love being a Hun. Oh, are you a German from the First World War? Is a Morton man at heart, says FSG. Monaghan. There you go. Paisley here, but Helensburgh for work. Good for you, Prince of Darkness. That's quite a commute. So you'll have to go across the brig. No, we never surrender to bureaucrats in the EU. Oh, you surrendered. You surrendered. Somebody asked me yesterday, what does the word surrender mean? And I said, I give up. Germans, what about Attila the Hun? Now, I think, Gavin, Attila the Hun was even more right-wing than some of the people on here. Yes, I do. Royal Navy, new recruit here. Salute you, sir. You were born in the Navy, but you were made in Glasgow. Good morning, big man. Palestine, said somebody. What? And what else? The UK government surrendered. The British public have never given up, says Ethan. Well, I think you're right, Ethan, you know. What's your thoughts on Palestine? Same as my thoughts on Israel. A man was born in Palestine and lives today in bread and wine. They need to stop the fighting right now, right this second. Stop. What did you say, says Gavino? I don't know, Gavino. Good man, says Smokey. Absolutely. Stop the fighting first. If I was a world power, I would have said to both Israel and Palestine, right, guys, here's the deal. We'll blockade the pair of you until you stop the fighting. So there'll be no aid going into Israel or Palestine. Nothing until the fighting stops. Then we'll come in and talk to you. And that would get them right to the table. Trust me. No, says Smokey. Yes, politics may decide us, but we all bleed red. Now, Ethan, when you say red, are you talking commie? How can you defend something you've stolen? Well, Britain used to, shall we say, what can we say, go into countries to help them. So stolen's a strange word. You know what I mean? I mean, who's stolen what? Cup of tea and a protein pudding for breakfast. Good one, James. The British have done it for years. Yes, indeed. Definitely not. I'm more right-wing than left. Yes, but what does that mean, Ethan? Is there a right and left anymore? Or are we all in the same boat? Have they neutered politics? Tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. Absolutely, Prince of Darkness. What a sophisticated Scotsman you are. First 965. You're very, very kind. Have we all followed on TikTok? And have we all subscribed on YouTube? Come on, guys, get your act together. We're all in the same boat. The UK government's destroyed our great nation. Ethan, I think you're right. Rule Britannia, yes, a good Scots song, Andy, written by a Scotsman. Rule Britannia. And of course, whether you're Scottish, English, Northern Irish, or Welsh, you will always be 100% British, because there's no such country as Britain. It's a land mass. And when you hear politicians go, I love this country, you say, well, what country are you talking about? You're talking about Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, or Wales. What are you talking about? And the politicians need to get their act together, because there's no such country as Britain. The term British has been commandeered by the monarchy, the crown, the British crown, because that's Scotland and England, and I think the Irish crown is in there too. You know better, says Smokey. One of my favourites, great grand used to sing, was The Road and the Miles to Dundee. I'll maybe play you it on the squeeze box. Gaza isn't the threat now, it's the West Bank. If Israel invades the West Bank, we'll go off. Fair enough, Peter. Pax Britannica, yes. But that just means Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, Wales, the UK, by the Corries. Prince of Darkness, one of my favourites. Cold winter was howling o'er moor and o'er mountain, and wild was the storm on the dark raging sea. When I met about daybreak a bonny young lassie, who showed me the road and the miles to Dundee. Isn't that beautiful? And there we go. I'm Scottish, not British. Gavino, you'll always be British if you're Scottish because you're on a landmass called Great Britain. Call it the United Kingdom, says Lorna. Lorna, 100% correct. What a wise lady. Time to dissolve the union. This is great, guys. This is what radio and television should be doing nowadays instead of just putting on wallpaper. They should be on here talking straight and telling the truth. Take a leaf out of Scottie McClue's book. Call it the United Kingdom, says Lorna. Time to dissolve the union or kick the UK government out and repair the union. Ethan, I think Brexit broke Britain. And I think the union's beyond repair. There's never, ever been a case for the union. And I mean, at one point before the present mob came in, I was a bit of a unionist. But I thought we're never, ever going to get anywhere economically for Scotland. And you think Scotland's been robbed blind for 316 years. Scotland was independent for 1,000 years. So this is a blip. But Westminster are panic-stricken that the Scots take matters into their own hands and leave because we are a cash cow. Scotland subsidises the whole of the UK, you see. Anyway, you're a very smart man, Mr. McClue. Well, we try to just give you the facts, and then you can decide. Good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Kareem, says Susan. Susan, how lovely to have you with us. Susan's just joined us. We're also going live on YouTube, guys, if you want to pop over to the YouTube channel and subscribe and pop back. Now, 1,200 likes. I need another 47 followers. 47 followers. Scotty, stop deflecting with your songs. MI6 trained you well. Well, I think the M6 as a motorway trains us all well. Because if you don't know your stuff, you shouldn't be driving on it. Free Palestine, says user 332. Well, free Israel as well. And free Scotland. You know? And free Wales. You see? And free England. I think we need to say to Israel and Palestine, if you don't stop the fighting, we'll not speak to you. So hurry up. So gather the two leaders. So what I would suggest, I'll tell you what would be good. Get Mr. Trump to chair it. I know he's not currently back in the White House, but get him to chair it as an individual and get all the world's powers round the table with both Israel and Palestine and just read them the riot act of, you'll pardon the sort of, what do we call that one? I'm just trying to think of a term for that one. The oxymoron. The oxymoron. If you pardon the oxymoron, actually say to them, stop the fighting and stop it right now. And if you don't, then we'll just leave the two of you. No support from anyone. Are we all happy with that? And they all, America nodding. Yeah. You know, that's what I would say. I'm English, not Great British. Well, you can't be English without being Great British. It's what we call axiomatic. England is part of Great Britain, which is a land mass, not a country. So if you're English, mark my words, you are Great British. Israel's already occupying the West Bank, effectively backing illegal armed settlers. Well, Danny, There should be no backing. What we need is for somebody to look at the Bible and to look at Isaiah. And Isaiah tells us, and this is all the Jewish people and all the Arabs and the Christian Arabs, everybody should look at Isaiah right now. Follow it with Scottie McClue. And it will say, men shall beat their spears to pruning hooks, and their swords to plowshares. In other words, drop all the armaments and use them to grow food. Turn the factories into making pruning hooks and plowshares. Get them round all the kibbutz, all the little farms, and start growing food. Feed the world. The game will just, all the war will just stop. Just stop. You know, so there you go. Anyway, who listens to me? Well, millions do, I know that. But I mean, who actually listens and says, do you know what? Scottie McClue's got a point. That's what I say. Come and join us. What do we got here? Palestine. There's no point in coming down on one side or the other, guys. Come down on both sides heavily and just tell them. Always remember the song, bless her soul, but she will walk the sky, not in fear, but in safety. Prince of Darkness, are you not amazing? This is wonderful, guys. You guys are fantastic. I need another 50 followers, and I need you to spend your whole day watching all the TikTok and YouTube videos, sharing them. Tell the world. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell everyone about Scottie McClue saying dinky-doo to every single one of you. There we are. Hello, Scottie. Hello, Logan. It's okay for you to say you're Scottish, even though you know the history. How can you not support Palestine, Smokey? When did I ever say I didn't support Palestine? When did I ever say that? Everyone should support Palestine, and everyone should support Israel, but not until they stop the fighting. That's all I'm saying. So how can you possibly point a finger like that and say one side, but not the other? Don't you see that's what causes it? Yes, all you're doing is adding fuel to the fire. Hello, Scottie. Hello, Logan. So, Smokey, it's not okay for me to say it all. Do you see what I mean? I don't take sides. I have no agenda. That's my strength. That's why everybody loves McClue. British by birth, English by the grace of God. Peter, excellent. Although there's no such thing as a pure English person. You will be German, French, Irish, Viking, Italian, maybe even a wee bit of Spanish in there, you know. So there we are. I do feel sorry for people who say, I'm pure 100% this. Nobody is. There's a guy trying to tell me he was pure English once. And you can apparently spit in a wee cup and they'll examine it at the DNA center. And he was, I think, 65% Argentinian. So there you go. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. There we have it. Now, I need another 100 followers. Scottie, how are you doing? We're dinky-doo. Thanks, Logan. As an Englishman, I support Scottish independence. It's Westminster, not the English public. Listen, the English public are beautiful people. as are the Scots. I've only known one bad man in my life, and he was a Scotsman, and he took money off me in a business deal. But he turned out to be a very, very, very bad man. And that's the only bad man I've ever met. One. And somebody said to me once, well, be careful, there's a few of them about. There's a lot of them, but no. One bad man, yes. For research purposes, follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Scotty, Scotland does not pay for the rest of the UK. City of London pays more in a day than you do. No, Peter. The City of London might well, but Scotland subsidises Westminster to the tune of £75 billion a year. So, Peter, you need to get going and start learning. Start listening to McClue and then take it from there. Build your knowledge up. I've had to do it over 50 years. You're quite right. The City of London is effectively the crown. Do you know what I mean? And the representative and curator and custodian of the crown is His Majesty the King. But you're right, the big money is in the city. And the city is effectively like a separate country, a separate state, you know? In fact, it would be very interesting to find out if the City of London calls itself British, or if it's just the City of London. And that's it, you know what I mean? If it's sort of floating. Good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Robert. How lovely to have you with us. Free Cornwall, says Derry. Well, I say to you, how are you? What is it, morning, or is it still afternoon in Cornwall? There we are. Shurel Bagabra, says Jim. Do you know what it means, Jim? Or is it just something you've learned to say? Free your hat, yes. Free the hat, free McClue's hat, I say. Support the hat. Good morning, everyone. Trump would be ideal for this. Peter, absolutely, for Scottie McClue's show. Brilliant. I'd love to have Trump on this program and get a good bit of chat going. I think it'd be amazing. Guys, if you're watching, you should please be following. Has everybody followed? Have you also checked out the YouTube channel? There we are. The YouTube channel is very easy to find, guys. It's the world's top talk show. The world's top talk show. The world's best kept secret at the moment, but the cat's out the bag now. Anybody know where that saying came from? The cat's out of the bag. You'll be amazed if you don't. More followers, please. DINKY-DOO, Scotty. Trump would sort them all out. He would, Lorna. I think that war would stop immediately if Trump was there talking to them. Do you ever watch Trump's broadcasts? They're outstanding. You know? Follow us as soon as you can. Thank you for following. I can see who's followed, you see. You guys, like you said, are the backbone of the UK, but you cannot condemn the issue with Palestine. Well, Smokey, we can condemn the fighting. That's what we can condemn. The world should say, if you don't stop fighting, we will all turn our back on you. Every one of you. Israel, Palestine, the lot. Yeah. Israel won't talk to anyone at the moment. They're still raging. But Peter, you know, why would the nations all rage? I mean, if you look at George Frederick Handel's Israel in Egypt, there's one for you all for today. That's your homework. It's a huge oratorio. I've sung it in the great cathedrals. So Israel would soon talk if you said to them, just to let you know, if you don't stop fighting, we'll pull out. If America said that to them, the guns would fall silent as they did on the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, there would be an instant armistice. Scotland get independence to support a hard border. No, there's no need for a hard border ever. You look at Ireland. You've got one island, Ireland, beautiful. Two countries, beautiful. Northern Ireland and Ireland, or what they call the South and the North. And there is now no border. I mean, the Brexit mob were in danger of damaging that with their protocol thing. But no, there's never any need for a hard border. I can remember saying I was right down in the south of Ireland, down at the Ring of Kerry. And I can remember saying to somebody in the pub, I'm going up to the north tomorrow. Do I need to stop at the border? And they went, no, there's no border nowadays, Scotty. Just you press on. Prince of Darkness has been very interesting this morning, I say. The Riot Act of 1715 was an act of the Parliament of Great Britain. Yes, of course it was, because you had Scotland and England unionized in 1707 through skullduggery and jiggery pokery. So that deal actually needs to be untangled. So there's some good money for some sharp lawyers there, I can tell you. Ryan says, well, Scotty, it's Prince of Darkness here. Time for me to head off. Leaving port in 15 minutes. Ryan, I salute you, sir. Take care of your dear self. Lovely to have you with us this morning. Some great sense being talked on here. There we go. It's interesting it takes Scottie McClue to bring you all to the table. Now, it's all right shouting free Palestine, but free Israel. Scotty, we have our troops on standby. Well, they should stay on standby. Do you know what I mean? All bases all over the world. It makes America look small. You see, I think when Trump was there, it makes America look huge. How can you just sit there and have a biased view when you're Scottish and you know your history? Smokey, never, ever, ever, ever tell Scottie McClue he has a bias, because I just simply don't. In fact, what it's done is flagged up your bias. Do you see what I mean? So you're the one with the bias because you have an agenda. I don't. See the difference? So that's how I can just sit here and have a non-biased view. I can look at the big picture without any prejudice, because we start a legal letter without prejudice. Yes. SAS, SPS, best anti-terror units en route. So there we are, as well as RAF. Well, you're absolutely right. It was Nikita Khrushchev, the Russian leader, that said to a young, quite wet behind the ears, John F. Kennedy, young man, be very careful about mobilizing your military, because if you mobilize them, you won't be able to stop them. Now, that's very sound advice. Whatever you think of Russian leaders, Nikita Khrushchev took John F. K. under his wing there, because the military are so good at what they do. They are professionals. If you tell them to go in, and politicians need to read their history books or watch Scottie McClue live. One's kind of interchangeable with the other. And we will tell them, we'll explain to them exactly what's going on. There's always a bigger picture. And I won't say too much, but there's a much bigger picture going on. and don't think you'll be hearing it on your television or your radio, because you simply won't. Okay, so there you have it. But they're so good. Our military, the British military, are outstanding, and you've got to know what you're doing. Scottie doesn't have a clue. Well, user 338. It's good to be 100% wrong. You should know. Scottie McClue has many clues. Only a half-wit would ever say what you've said. Now, who have we got here? I told them all. So there we go. Well, it's time for me to jump off. I'm leaving base. Prince of Darkness, DINKY-DOO. You guys still defend yourselves because you're Scottish. Same's happening in Palestine. Yes, and in Israel. So there we are. We're all allies with Israel. So what do you expect? Well, I think we should be all allies with the rest of the world. That's what I expect. Now, I think we'll give Chris a lifetime ban for cheeking up. There he goes. That's it. Guys, if anybody is not with us on here, well, then you should say you're British, not Scottish. No, you're Scottish first, and then you're British. Do you see what I mean? You can't be Scottish without being British. You just can't. If you're Scottish first, that's the country. So that's your prime. That's your premature, is that you're Scottish. And then you would axiomatically and automatically be British. You see what I'm saying to you? Now, I love you, Scottie. Thank you, M.I. I support the innocent people of Israel and Palestine, not their governments. Lorna, very, very good. A Saxon, yes, German. I'm not German, Italian, or French. Well, Peter, if you're English, you will be, because that's what English people are. They are an amalgam of Roman, Italian, French, Norman, 1066, bit of Viking on the East Coast, especially. Bit of Belgium, maybe there, bit of Spain, France, as I say, Ireland, so you've got the lot. You should celebrate that instead of doing your nut. Guys, more followers, please. Another 50 of you following right now. Pop your finger up to the top left and just tap the plus. I don't think that's too much to ask. Guys, I'm going to have to go. We're out of time. What a tragedy. Tragedy, tragedy. How can you call yourself Scottish knowing what's happened? Now you don't understand the issue, Smokey. Nobody understands the issue better than Scottie McClue, except perhaps Donald Trump. So the two people in the world that actually know what they are talking about here would be Donald Trump and Scottie McClue. Capisce? Capisce? There we are. Have a great day, Scottie. You too, Susan. Lovely to have you with us. I have to sing you the goodbye song. Morning, Scottie. Morning, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. There we go. Let's just get rid of Cons. Half-witted idiot. Cons thinks he's posher than the rest of us. There we go. Scottie, you're not answering the phone this morning. Phone hasn't rung this morning. There we are. I'm coming back with knowledge for you. You always do this to me. Peter, get your knowledge and let's have it as soon as we can. Right, guys. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, and a cheerio. Love you guys. Mwah. Ta-ra, stick out your tongue. Papa. Oh, amazing. And we have to go. Our beautiful, beautiful YouTubers. Thank you for joining us this morning. Stay fabulous. Love you lots. Tongues out for the ta-ta. Are we ready? Pa-pa. And again. Pa-pa.